Hello, everybody, coming to you live from my home office. Forgive the beard. I just came off of a tour on the road with Crystal. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to join me for this segment, so I thought I would just do a quick reaction video to the second installment of the Twitter files. Gonna do my best here. So let's start with the files themselves, just released by Bari Weiss and her team over at the Free Press. And the big takeaway. Well, it turns out shadow banning on Twitter was not only completely real, but that real software was actually built by the Twitter executives to implement it. Let's go through it. Furthermore, not only was the software built, it was actually controlled by the highest levels of the company, including the CEO, Vijay Gadde, Yoel Roth, and their entire team over at the quote, Trust and Safety. Okay, let's actually go through some of the specific examples that was released by Bari Weiss. First and foremost was Dr. Jay Bhattacharya. This one actually might be the most significant one to me because it isn't even about politics. It was about COVID lockdowns. Well, Twitter actually secretly placed him on a, quote, trends blacklist, which prevented his tweets from trending. The next example was Dan Bongino, the right-wing talk host. He was actually placed on something called a, quote, search blacklist. There was Charlie Kirk. He was on a list called, quote, do not amplify. Let's remember in 2018 that they specifically said, quote, we do not shadow ban. Quote, we certainly don't shadow ban based on political viewpoints or ideology. Now, the way that they're getting around this is I went ahead and I pulled the reaction from the former Twitter head of product, Kayvon Beckpour. He says, quote, wow, did you even read our blog post? We never denied de-amplifying things. In fact, we made clear that we do rank. We defined exactly what we meant by shadow banning and made clear we didn't do that. You are characterizing de-amplification as equating to shadow banning, which is a lazy interpretation or deliberately misleading. This is kind of like when Dr. Fauci tried to say that he did not fund gain-of-function research by redefining exactly what is commonly understood as gain-of-function research. So look, is this a huge bombshell report? I mean, I think we all knew that it was real. Although to see the screenshots that were released by Bari Weiss where they specifically include tags that are like do not amplify, do not search, blacklist, and others, yeah, I mean, that was kind of shocking to me personally. Other things, which is unfortunately actually, and I wonder what exactly went into the process on here. I've been talking a little bit about this with the Breaking Points team. All of the examples that were included right now either are right-wing or they code right-wing. I think it's important that Bari and other people with access to the Twitter files actually release some examples of non-political content or left-wing political content or other ideologies so that we can understand that this is a mass societal problem at the whims of a team, a small team. That was another thing that came out from the Bari Weiss Twitter files. There was a special group actually inside of Twitter that was known as the Strategic Response Team Global Escalation Team, or SRTGET. What are these people in the military with these acronyms? All right, anyway. They had an even more important one called Site Integrity Policy Escalation Support, known as SIPPES. And that secret group was Vijay Gadde, Yoel Roth, who you'll famously remember left Twitter under Elon and is now defending even the Hunter Biden laptop censoring. He's defending taking down the Babylon Bee account. He is about as NPC as it gets for the Silicon Valley set, and the former CEO, Parag Agarwal, and Jack Dorsey. I do honestly think this does make both Agarwal and Vijay Gadde and even Dorsey, I hate to say it, I think Dorsey has said some decent things in the past, but let's be honest here. He said, quote, unequivocally, we do not shadow ban. He said that in a reply to a tweet in 2018, and that's just simply not true. So either he lied or he had no idea what was going on. At the end of the day, what is shown here is a systematic campaign to blacklist, to de-amplify, to shadow ban, as you will known colloquially. And I think that that is the major takeaway here. If you guys want to read more, Bari appears to have access to the Twitter files and to Slack messages. She's at thefp.com, and she says that Matt Taibbi will be releasing the next installment. That's all I've got for you guys right now. Stay tuned. Shout out to our premium members. By the way, it was really fun meeting so many of you in New York and in Boston. And Crystal and I will hopefully have a reaction video to Christian cinema and all of that in a little bit. Stay tuned, and thank you for joining this reaction video.